It's your boy Big Homie Pac, and you are now tapped into the Real Life Sports Nation. Tap into the nation.
Them bows on the way, I got my foes on my plate. I play the field like a safety. Kill tech ain't got no safety.
I ain't trip. I think we done over here.
Them bows on the way, I got my foes on my plate. Give me a knife and a fork and I survive where it ain't safe. I play the
I'd like to
field
welcome
like a
everybody to the channel. It's the Real Life Sports Nation. I'm your host, Big Homie Pac. And today's our first episode / conversation. And, you know, we're going to be getting into sports talk, all types of sports, football, basketball, boxing, UFC. I mean, whatever you want, whatever you need, tap into the nation and we're going to go through some things. But today's episode is about the end or the death of the Pac-12. Like, share, and subscribe. Tap into the nation. All right, y'all, let's get into the topic. Let's get into the conversation. Please like, share, and subscribe. It's your host, Big Homie Pac, and I'm going to go into why and how I feel like the Pac-12 is dead. Now, to start this conversation, we have to start with two teams not even in the Pac-12, Oklahoma and Texas. When they decided that they were going to leave the Big 12 for the SEC, it started a domino effect, which led to the death of the Pac-12. Okay, y'all, so let's get into the Pac-12 schools. There's 16 Pac-12 schools. Really, they should be called the Pac-16, huh? Or should have been, because the conference is dead. Let's get into these schools real quick. So you've got USC and UCLA deciding that they're going to leave for the Big Ten, which eventually led to Washington and Oregon deciding that they were going to join them. We've got Colorado, Arizona State, and Utah leaving in 2024 to join the Big 12, which left Oregon State, Washington State, Stanford, and California. But word's coming down that the ACC's looking to expand and that they're looking to add Stanford and California along with SMU from the American Athletic Conference, which would leave Oregon State and Washington State as the only two teams committed to the Pac-12 as of 2024. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, Big Homie, how are you saying that the death of the Pac-12 started with two other schools and Oklahoma and Texas has moved to the SEC? Well, if you want to be honest, it starts with the lack of the leadership of the Pac-12. The Pac-12's TV deal is up at the end of the 2024 season, and they had a lot of missteps that led to the death of the Pac-12. Commissioner George Clavoff just couldn't get the job done. I mean, word is that they let the exclusive window to renegotiate with Fox and ESPN pass to try to get some more bidders in there, and the plan actually ended up backfiring on the conference. The realignment and the death of the Pac-12 all has to do with TV dollars. I'm trying to tell you, man, cut the check. Money makes the world go round. Why are they standing still? And the Pac-12 was caught flat-footed. They let their exclusive window to renegotiate with their current partner, Fox and ESPN, pass because they wanted to allow some more companies in there to try to, get the price to go up. CTC, they wanted companies to cut the check. But I'm told that they failed to reach an agreement with NBC 3 times. ESPN and Fox did not want to renegotiate at the dollar that the Pac-12 wanted, and they couldn't even reach a deal with the CW. Now, there was a deal on the table with Apple Plus, but it was kind of more of like a pay-for-play. They would have to help bring subscribers to the Apple Plus platform, and there were some incentives, which if they could bring around 1.8 million subscribers to Apple Plus, the deal would be around 32 million per year for each school. And if they could get around 5 million subscribers, it would be around 50 million per year for each school. But let's be honest, them numbers aren't realistic for the Pac-12. The Pac-12's lack of leadership, the lack of wanting to stick together, and the rush for teams to leave for greener pastures for bigger dollars is what caused the death of this conference. I mean, I can't lie. I kind of understand why some school presidents didn't want to commit to that Apple deal. The base salary is lower than the other Power 5 conferences. And yeah, you got a chance to get up there and make some money, but you're leaving a lot in the wind. It's a gamble. You have to sell that $15 per month subscription to them West Coast buyers. Now, come on now, let's be honest. I can get Netflix for $15 a month. I can damn near get the Disney bundle for $15 a month. And I know a lot of my West Coast listeners ain't going to want to hear this, but the Pac-12's not worth $15 per month, especially when the other Power 5 conferences are on TV with a better product. I mean, the Pac-12 gambled on this TV deal, and they lost. They crapped out. It's over. Finito. Game over. Done. The Pac-12 is dead. Now, don't get me wrong, y'all. This conversation could be the death of the Big 12. But instead of sitting on their hands and not having a plan when they two biggest schools in Texas and Oklahoma decided that they were going to leave for the SEC, the remaining school presidents got with their conference commissioner, Brett Yormark, IU graduate, big shout out. This is the difference in how leadership can save your conference. He decided he was going to renegotiate with Fox and ESPN, and boy, did he get the job done. Coming to a 6-year, $2.3 billion deal at the start of the 2025 season. Big shout out to Brett Yormark. That leadership is how you save your conference and don't end up in the position of the Pac-12. Now, I know this episode's going on a little bit. I've been rambling a little bit, but I just want to get my point across that, yeah, big money is changing college football, and we're seeing the death of the Power 5. At this point, it's going to be the Power 4. Eventually, it's probably going to be the Power 2. TV money is destroying the college football that we know, that we grew up with. Right now, we're experiencing the death of the Pac-12. Me being an ACC fan, I hate to say it, that conference is probably going to be next. They're locked into this terrible 20-year, $4.8 billion deal that doesn't expire until 2036. The Big Ten and the SEC will both come off of their huge deals before the ACC even gets back to the negotiating table in 2036. Now, hopefully the ACC can move and work like the Big 12 and find a way to save their conference. But if not, when it's time for the SEC and the Big Ten to poach and add schools to their team, they'll just do so from the other conferences. Most likely the ACC, or word that Florida State and Clemson are already looking to exit. But I'm going to slow down. Let me cool out. Let me pump my brakes. Because honestly, that's a whole nother conversation. Maybe we could get into that in a future date. If you'd like me to get into that, please comment down below. It's your boy Big Homie Pac. I'm coming live from the Real Life Sports Nation, and I just broke down to you why I feel like we are now at the death of the Pac-12. If you like today's episode, please like, share, and subscribe. Now, come on now. I'm new to this. I'm learning every day. We're going to get better with each episode, get a little bit more organized. I'm going to come off a little bit more smoother. But until then, man, stay locked in with me. Stay tapped into the nation. You know what I mean? So, it's your boy, Big Homie Pac. I'm coming live from the Real Life Sports Nation. And don't forget, tap in.
Them balls on the way, I got my foes on my plate. I play the field like a safety. Kill tech ain't got no safety.
I ain't trip. I think we done over here.
Them balls on the way, I got my foes on my plate. Give me a knife and a fork and I survive where it ain't safe. I play the field like a safety. Kill tech ain't got no